Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of November, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Also, Scorpio, if this resonates and you want even more free readings, make sure to subscribe to my email list. I send out free extended readings every single Monday. Whew, these energies. Every single Monday, only to my email list subscribers. You cannot get these readings anywhere else. All the info is in the description box below. Okay, main energy for your reading is the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, you get the King of Cups. This is you, Scorpio. I don't assign gender to my cards. What's going on? Why this radio silence? You and your person aren't talking, are you? There's no communication whatsoever. None. Now, your person can be any sign. The main signs that I'm seeing are Cancer and Libra. They can obviously be any sign. Okay. Oh, boy. By the way, this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So make sure to check that out. Let's dive in. Recent past, you get the Four of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and the Chariot. You're still holding back here. You're holding back in the recent past. Now, for some reason, despite the fact that you're holding back, despite the fact that there is no communication, you are still feeling pretty balanced about it. You're showing me the Ten of Cups, which means like, okay, I'm happy about this. I don't understand why the Chariot, though. How do you feel like you holding back and not talking is like making you happy or making you feel like you're moving in an aligned direction? We're going to see, though, because you never miss. In the current situation, you get the World, Unity, and Justice. These are all major arcana cards. These are pretty intense energies that you're experiencing in the current situation. This card is also unique to this deck. You're essentially showing me that you and your person closed out a cycle. Now, this could be we're putting this to rest, we're done, or this could be we closed out the difficult cycle, we're going to come back together, going to have to clarify and see. But I do have to say that as far as you're concerned, your person is the yin to your yang. So even if you do decide to end things or reconcile or whatever, that doesn't change the fact that this person is like your other half, as far as you're concerned. But choosing to close out this cycle, whichever which way, you're showing me that's balance. That's balancing the energies out between us. That's balancing the whole situation here. You're very, very clear on this too. I'm going to have to clarify the world to see if you're choosing to end this and detach or if you're choosing to close out the difficult cycle and start a new one. We'll see. In the near future, you get the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. Remember that peace, that clarity, that calmness that you have in the current situation? In the near future, you start doubting it. You're showing me it's difficult. It weighs on me. It's hard. And if it's so difficult, maybe I made the wrong decision here. You're kind of bouncing back and forth. I don't see you necessarily regretting your decision or the actions that you're taking in the current situation, but you're not as confident as you are currently. Let's see. You're being very vague, Scorpio. Let's start off with the Hermit, which is the main energy for your reading. Of course, the Sun decides to make an appearance. Hermit is clarified by the King of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. You get the 7 of Wands again here in the near future. You're showing me this radio silence, us not communicating and talking, is the most logical thing for us right now, both for me and for this person. It kind of like creates a barrier and a wall between me and my person. Now, it's not that you don't miss your person. It's not that you're not still drawn to your person. You are, but for some reason you're showing me not talking, not communicating, and having this radio silence between us. This is what makes sense for us to do right now. Interesting. Let's take a look at the recent past. I want to see what this 4 of Pentacles is. Why am I clearing my throat so much? Talking? No. Communication? No. 4 of Pentacles in the recent past is clarified by the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. You do want to rekindle this. You do want to start over. And you're showing me, like, practically, I know that we can. Like, if I told you to bake a cake right now, you're showing me practically, I know I can do this. I know I have all the ingredients. I have all the tools. I know how to follow a recipe. I know that I can. But you're still holding back because your mind is getting the better of you. You're showing me I need more time before I take action to actually rebuild this and rekindle this. But why is this freaking you out though? You're showing me I can't stop thinking about this, but on the other hand, I can't stop thinking about it, but I'm not taking action because I need more time. What do you need more time though? You're showing me I know we can bake this cake. I have all the tools. I have all the ingredients. Then why are you waiting though? Let's look at the 10 of Cups in the recent past. 10 of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. Again, you keep focusing on the logic. You're showing me it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. You're showing me that right now, it makes sense for you to not talk, to have this gap, to have this silence, to really retreat. That's where you are the happiest, and that's where you are also the most emotionally balanced. But again, I'm having a hard time believing you, and I'll tell you why, Scorpio. Because you're showing me it makes sense for me to do this, but it also, no, that could be. It could also be. That's not true. I take that back. I was going to say, like, your mind and your heart aren't aligned, but that's not true. You're showing me it makes sense. And while me not talking, us not communicating, me keeping my distance, not only makes sense, it also makes me happy. It also gives me a lot of emotional fulfillment and emotional stability to not talk to this person, to keep my distance, to have my own peace of mind and quiet and not communicate with them. But then you also want to rebuild here. So which one is it? You know? Let's take a look at the Chariot in the recent past. Chariot is clarified by the Sun, the Four of Cups, and the World. You get the World again in the current situation. Let me clarify the World in the current situation because you're tying in the recent past to what's happening in the current situation for you. Clarify the World. Ooh. Okay, I only need 3, please, universe. Clarify the World for me in the current situation. Okay, oh my gosh. I see. Okay, I see. Okay, so in the recent past, the Chariot, you get the Sun, the Four of Cups, and the World. It is becoming crystal clear to you that although it is a little bit disappointing, it does make you a little bit unhappy. This is not really what you would choose in like an ideal world, okay? But you're choosing to close this cycle out, to put an end to this. You're like, you know what? It's best to just leave this in our rearview mirror, put an end to this. I'm done with my person is done with me. That's really the most aligned action for me to take. That's the most aligned action for both of us. That's really what, and again, it doesn't make you happy, but it is crystal clear to you that this is like what needs to be done. So that's what you're showing me in the recent past. In the current situation, okay, you're showing me closing out this cycle really does, it doesn't make you feel good, right? But it makes you happy. And you're showing me the same happiness here in the recent past of like, it makes sense for us to not talk, to detach, to have this like peace of quiet. It makes you happy. And so even though like being apart from this person and ending this connection bums you out, it also does bring you some level of happiness. And I know this sounds kind of contradictory, but it's not. You guys have definitely broken up with somebody in your past where you're like, you know what? I don't want to break up with this person. It bums me out that I'm breaking up with them. But there's also this sense of relief. And I know that like it will make me happy to not be with them because they're not emotionally vulnerable. They don't give me what I want. They, I don't know, cheat on me, whatever, right? So the two are not mutually exclusive. Now, the reason you're showing me you know that this is going to make you happy closing out the cycle is because you've done it in the past, whether you've done it with this person where you guys have broken up and then gotten back together, blah, 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 or with other people in the past. You have a track record of like, yeah, I didn't want to break up with them. I did break up with them. Now this makes me happy. Now this does bring me that peace of mind that I know is going to come. Whatever action you're taking it to close out this cycle, to put an end to it, to be done with this connection with this person. It's difficult, slightly for you, but it also brings with it a lot of emotional stability and a lot of happiness. I like it. And you're also very optimistic. You're showing me like, I know this is going to turn out great. Like, I know I'm going to be happy at the end of this. Very nice. Very nice, Scorpio. You're very decisive. Let's take a look at the Unity card in the current situation. The Unity is clarified by the King of Cups, which is you. I don't assign gender to my cards. The Temperance and the Three of Pentacles. Ah, look at you, Scorpio, you little sneak. I did not see this coming. I was like, how is Scorpio so confident? Like, how are they like just so cool and calm and collected with ending this? You're showing me because I know at some point in the future, way, 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 way down the line, okay, we're going to be able to rebuild this. We'll be able to be friends. We'll be able to interact again at some point because you still view this person as the yin to your yang. They're just not the yin to your yang right now. Right now, you need to detach. Right now, you need to disconnect. Right now, you need to not be communicating. But you're showing me, I know that like detaching now is fine. But down the line, I'm not talking like months, by the way. I'm talking like years down the line. You're like, me and this person, we're going to find our way back to each other and we'll be able to be friends and rebuild and all of that. Obviously, you have no problem closing this out because you know you're going to find this person again in the future. This is done for now. This is not done permanently as far as you're concerned. Okay, that makes sense. Let's take a look at the Justice in the current situation. Justice is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Lovers, and the Four of Wands. Yeah, you're showing me that, like, as far as you're concerned, you and this person not only share a strong bond here in the 3D world, you guys are the lovers. This is soul connection. And so, yeah, right now, not talking is divine balance. Not talking is really what's best for you, what's best for them, having this distance. But you're showing me, as far as I'm concerned, there's no ending here. It's not actually ending. We're just closing out this cycle. That's why at the beginning of this reading, I couldn't figure out if you're closing out the cycle or starting a new one. Because you're doing both. You're closing out the cycle now. You're like, we're done for now. But then in the future, we're going to start up a new cycle. Very nice. So you're showing me like all options are still on the table. Me and this person are not done by any means. Scorpio, you never fail to honestly, you always throw me for a loop, you guys. Let's take a look at the 10 of Wands in the near future. 10 of Wands is clarified by the Emperor, the Judgment, and the Ace of Pentacles. It's a little bit difficult for you to kind of keep this composure, right? Because you are essentially letting go of someone, even though you know you're going to get them back in the distant future. But you're showing me like it's still difficult for me to kind of stick to my decision and be confident. It's hard. It's hard. It is hard. You are trying to detach from them. You're trying to emotionally disconnect from them to make this whole process easier for you. But it's hard giving up on somebody that you view as a soulmate, even though you know you're going to get them back in the future, even though you know that you're going to be able to like get this person to be friends with you, rekindle this, whatever, in the future. It's still hard to give them up. Let's look at the 7 of Wands in the current situation, in the near future, sorry. Seven of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and the King of Wands. Yeah, you're taking action to completely end this. Completely end this. This is the first time you're actually showing me end. Again, you're not giving up on them permanently, but you are taking the actions to completely cut them out. Whether that's blocking them, whether that's deleting their number, whatever actions you need to put an end to this, you're doing it in the near future. You do love this person, though, and you do feel a significant loss not having them in your life, not having their energy in your life, you know? But you're still taking that action. It's like, despite the difficulties, despite the hardships, you're still doing it. And you're putting on a brave face, too. You're showing me the King of Wands. This is like, I'm unbothered, I'm unfazed, I'm good with this. This doesn't faze me. Like, easy peasy, right? Like a walk in the park. It's not, but you're very good at compartmentalizing. It's like you're doing the hard thing, even though you don't want to do it, but you're still taking action here. Typical Scorpio. Y'all are badass. You guys will do things, even if it hurts you, even if it's difficult, you know, like you set your mind to something, you're like, I'm doing this. That's it. This is what I need to do. Let's take a look at the 2 of Pentacles in the near future. Also, guys, if this resonates, make sure to subscribe to my email list. I send out free extended readings every Monday only to my email list subscribers. 2 of Pentacles is clarified by the 9 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the Strength. Yeah. It's difficult for you to stick to your decision here. There's a little bit of like you kind of bouncing back and forth internally between, did I make a good decision? Did I not make a good decision? You know, I miss them, but I still love them, but I'm on my own, but I want to be in a relationship with them, but it's not the right time for me to be in a relationship with them. It's hard. It's a little bit hard for you in the near future. But again, nobody would ever know it because you put on such a brave face. It literally looks like this is a walk in the park for you. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Scorpio. From the universe, you get the 8 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Cups. Sorry, bottom of the deck, you get the King of Wands again. This will all work out for you, Scorpio, and you're showing me the 8 of Pentacles. It'll work out. It's just all about divine timing. You're showing me, I know me and my person will have a new beginning in love. I know we'll be able to like find our way back to each other. We'll be able to rebuild this. It's all about divine timing. And unfortunately for you right now, you're showing me like right now, it's not divine timing for us. Right now is not our time. In the future, it'll be our time. but not right now. All about divine timing. Very interesting reading, Scorpio, but that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you here on the next one.